The first semester is coming to a close next week, and that means midterms are scheduled for tomorrow through next Wednesday. Each exam, for the occasional person interested, are around 2 hours, and they are 2 per day. They start in between 7:30 and 7:45 in the morning until noon. And of course, the timing could not be any worse as they take place a week and a half after the 2-week holiday break. The students are forced out of their long hours of sleep and days off from schoolwork back into the dreadful daily routine. Now, I have mixed emotions about these tests. A general consensus amongst the students will show an overall negative opinion on the subject, but that's always a common theme. My first thought personally, as previously stated, is that I don't agree with the timing of these tests at all. I don't think anyone does. Not only is it an inconvenience to the students to have to so quickly snap out of the holiday mindset back into reality that these tests are a little more than a week away, but teachers still have units to cram in to the next 4 classes and even give tests and projects to cram into the first semester gradebook. It's a rush sequence of events, and it hurts the chances of success for the students to thoroughly focus on studying and memorizing a semester's worth of information and teachers to thoroughly deliver all of the curriculum. As some of you may already know, other schools in the state of Connecticut, such as Danbury High School, have erased midterms from their yearly schedule. I have heard discussions between teachers and students here at New Milford about this subject and if New Milford should do the same. Of course, there are always student support to anything regarding abolishing tests because of the weight of stress it takes off of their shoulders, but is this really a good thing? To take a mid-year exam out of the school year may seem like a good thing for especially the students, but the negative effects do pile up. We go to school every day to receive information and dig into various general ed topics to discover our interests. The curriculum and classes offered are claimed to make well-rounded students once they leave high school. So high schools want you to retain the information they give you, right? What these major tests do at the high school level is encourage students to study their material and engrave the major topics into their knowledge, so when the time comes on the early January morning at 7:45 to remember the key events that led up to the Civil War, including the John Brown raid on a federal arsenal, which led to his execution, by the way, I don't know if you knew that, or the election of Abraham Lincoln in 1860, or the oxidation number of an acetate molecule, C2H3O2. It's -2, by the way. You'll know because you studied and work hard to remember it, and that's what tests do, they make you study. Another positive for the students taking these midterms is that when they receive their grades, they can 1. Check their progress thus far, 2. What they successfully remembered and have committed to memory, and 3. What they need to work on, even though they don't have to remember it for the final exams, but it still helps you after college to remember some pretty valuable information. Midterms are a great thing for students and to retain the material that we come to school every day to get. It has only positives for each and every one of us, other than its inconvenient timing, which I think should be, fixed. But for the sake of the students, I think midterms are one of the best things during the school year for holding on to important information for later on in life. I'm Nick Principe, and I'll see you next time.